Hi.
Hello, welcome to, well, I guess this will be our first episode of like Caravan in Essentials, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
So basically, the idea behind this is it's like a little mini series of little 5 or 10 minute videos that just answer questions that we get asked a lot rather than people having to watch a whole Q&A video. So, yeah, so the today's one though is not about a question. Today's one is just something that we didn't know. So we're going to talk about pests, basically, when you travel.
Yes.
So the main pests you're going to come up against are like your mosquitoes, ants, mice, insects in general. Sandflies, stuff like that. So obviously everyone knows how to deal with your mozzies and flies and whatnot, right? You just need your
bug spray.
Your bug spray. Our preference is Bushman's. We find that works the best. We definitely prefer the spray can form because having it on your hands and then you eat, you just don't want to do that. It's disgusting.
And don't lick your lips after you've sprayed your face.
No. So it's got a really high amount of DEET in it, so it does keep them away even when they're really bad. However, if we're not using that, we do use a Thermacell. You may have heard of them. They're from Bunnings.
Yeah.
Now, we actually wish we didn't get this one. This is a little lantern, and we've never once used the lantern part of it.
No, we've had it over a year now, and there's no batteries in it even, so we've never actually needed them.
So you can just get ones that are kind of like a long, thin type. I'll put a picture in, and that would be much better, but do you want to explain it?
Okay, so in them, there are these little blue pads, which have mosquito repellent, sandfly repellent, I don't know actually what's in them. But it's a butane burner, gas bottle in the bottom, and it heats up a little hot plate under the actual blue chemical pads. And when they heat up, they evaporate the actual repellent out of them.
Yeah, and so we can't really smell it, can we?
No.
But it does keep the bugs away for, there's so many square meters.
Yeah, this size, I think it kept it away for 8 square meters.
Something like that. Anyway, we find they really work, and we've run into heaps of people on the road who use them and find that they really work. So it's great if you're, having dinner outside, for example, you can just chuck it on.
But you also have to remember that they don't work if there is a strong breeze around because it just blows it away.
Yeah, and you can't use them indoors.
No.
So you can't do that. So to combat that, we actually have one of these for indoors. It's a Mortine automatic spray thing. Inside it has like a little can of spray, so we get the
citronal.
It's plant-based. I don't know, it's like the eco-friendly one, Nature Guard. So it's indoor and outdoor, so you just kind of chuck it in, and I'm not going to be able to do it up now because I don't normally do it up. There we go. And basically on the side there is an indoor and outdoor, high and low. So if we are somewhere and say the sandflies are really bad, which we were like that the other night, I just chuck it on low and I put it up, in the kitchen somewhere, and we can leave all our windows open, and this will keep us from being bitten.
Yes.
So it's really good. We just keep a spare one in the caravan at all times. But it's been about a year we've been using this one little. 6 months maybe?
At least 6 months going on to a year.
Yeah, so it goes really far, and it just pretty much every minute it just kind of sprays some stuff.
I don't know, probably every 5 minutes.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not much, and it's not overpowering in the van, which is good. We were a bit worried about that. And the batteries lasted it for ages as well. So that's a good one. Also,
another thing is your mosquito coils. We bought this from just a camping shop. It's literally just the mosquito coil holder. It's good because it keeps it off the ground, and you're less likely to kick it into something that's going to start a fire. The only thing is you have to remember to pick these up at the end of the day, because so many times I've seen people just leave them behind because they forget them. Yeah, because they're little. Yeah. But it's easier than using like a alcohol bottle or whatever people are using. It's like properly made for it. Yes. Yeah. What else we got? Next thing we have is baby powder. So that fights two sides. Fights chafing and ants.
So basically, I don't know what the scientific stuff behind it is, but ants don't like to walk on top of baby powder.
It's more that once they walk on it, they can't grip onto a surface, say your caravan legs or up the tyres. The baby powder sticks to their legs and they can't actually grip onto any vertical surfaces.
Yeah, so we've just got like the cheap Johnson's baby powder, and we only use it if we get somewhere and we notice there are a lot of ants. Like for example, here at the beach where we are, there are a lot of ants. They're everywhere.
A lot of meat ants here. And
so you basically just, anything that touches the ground, you just kind of put a ring of baby powder around it. And on it. So we put it on the legs, you know, around the tyres, stuff like that, around the jockey wheel. That generally stops the ants, so we haven't had too much of an issue with that. Obviously you've got your good old bug spray.
Yep.
The advice I was given before we left was have more of this than you need. And Dion laughs at me because we've got like 4 cans of it under the bed and he thinks we don't need it.
Good old Costco.
Yeah, we got it from Costco. But we don't have to worry about running out, and like occasionally, like we have had ant infestations in the van before we got the baby powder, and it's good to just pull it out and know you can just like go for gold and
not run out.
Or if, you know, there's a big spider or something, you've always got stuff.
Half a can on half a spider.
Yeah. Now the other thing with ants is, and everyone probably knows about this, but we keep some of it in the van anyway, is ant rid. So this is like a syrupy type liquid, basically, and it's sugar.
It's poison.
And it's poison, so don't let the kids near it. And basically, if you have ants that are where you can't get to them in the van, you just put along their trail, you put a couple of little dots, or you get a bottle cap, fill the bottle cap up and put it near their trail, and what they'll do is they'll come and they'll eat it and they'll take it back to their nest and they will
wipe out their own nest.
Yeah, get rid of their own nest. So that's been super handy. So we've not had to use this very much, but it's been super handy the couple of times that we've had ants that we can't quite get rid of, and it gets rid of them within a few hours. They're gone. So that's that. And the next one is peppermint oil. This stuff is expensive. It's like $15 for this teeny tiny little bottle. But it's good for mice. So we've been down in Streaky Bay, which is like, I'm going to say the mouse capital of Australia that we've seen so far.
So far, yeah.
When we were at Streaky Bay, like I saw mice running across the floor in the shopping centre. We were about half an hour out of their camping and they were like crawling over the chairs while we were...
Sitting on the chairs. Yeah, it's kind of gross. Anyway, so basically we've just got little makeup pads and we've got them in each hatch and at the doorway, in the canopy, in the car and in the engine bay. And just every couple of days we just go along and put 5 or 6 drops on each pad. Yep. And
the bonus is everything smells beautiful and like peppermint, but it also seems to keep them away.
So the theory behind that is just the strong overpowering smell they can't stand and they won't go and nest near it.
Yeah.
And so far it seems to have worked.
Yeah, well, we haven't had any, so touch wood. But we also we were talking to some people at a camp and they told us to get mothballs.
Yes.
So we've just got the little green, they like got a little hook on them with little balls inside. And we've just put one of them in each spot as well. They're really good in the engine bay. And yeah, we haven't, touch wood, had any mice as yet. Yet. What's the other thing about putting the bonnet up?
Some people
we don't know if it's true because we've not done it.
Because they search for a warm place. So if you've been driving and your engine's still warm, at night they will crawl up into your engine bay because it's warm and try and make a nest in there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will leave their bonnets up overnight just to let the engine bay stay cold and cool so they don't try and nest.
Yeah. So if you're at a campsite and everyone's got their bonnets up, that's what they're doing. They're trying to keep the mice away. We never were at a point where we had a warm engine at night time, so we haven't done it. Yeah. So we can't 100% tell you, but just having these few things has pretty much kept us out of trouble.
So far.
So they are our recommendations for dealing with pests on the road. If you've got anything better, let us know. We're learning as we go.
Yeah.
But otherwise, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.